I am becoming a man. But becoming a man, it's a process, and currently I am being thrashed around in that process. I'm in the middle of that process, but I would like to tell you about a milestone of the process. A milestone in the process of becoming a man. So I'm in speech and debate, and this milestone took place at the first tournament of the year, or at least for me, the first tournament that I went to for speech and debate. It was the end of one of the last days of the tournament, and it was about 40 degrees out, about 10 o'clock, 10:30 at night. Now, the speech and debate league I'm in is for homeschoolers. So we get out into the parking lot to go to the hotel that we were staying at for the weekend during the tournament, and you just see like a sea of minivans and 12 passenger vans, but mostly minivans, just everywhere. Because we're all homeschooled, so we drive minivans. So we get to our silver minivan, and it's kind of diagonal to a red minivan. And the mom who's driving the red minivan kind of sticks her head out and tells us that she's having trouble starting her car. She needs a jump. So my mom pulls up our minivan closer to her minivan. I'm lifting up the hood of our minivan, and the other mom, she's pulling out her jumper cables. Now it gets to the point of actually jumping the vehicles and connecting them up together. Currently, I was the oldest male in that situation. There were a couple other people, other guys. They were younger than me though. And my mom says, Tristan knows how to jump a car. So I connect all of the stuff that's really technical about cars, and I connect the jumper cables, and we jumpstart her car, and it's awesome. And in that moment, I achieved a piece of manhood that would forever be embedded into my heart. It would forever be a part of me as a man, as I grew up. For the rest of my life, I would carry that with me till I died. It was a milestone. Like, achievement unlocked. I just unlocked an achievement towards my goal of becoming a man. But like any video game, you don't just play for 5 minutes and then win. It's a process. Let's flash back to the hard work that I had to endure to be able to get to the point of being able to jumpstart a car. Before I started to drive, and while I was learning to drive, and while I was beginning to drive, all, between the ages of 14 and 17, my mom would always nag my dad to teach me all the time about things that I would need to know, like checking the fuel and jump starting a car and other stuff that's really boring. If you know me at all, you know that I absolutely hate anything mechanical. My mind does not think in mechanics, and especially those with cars, because cars are really complicated and their engines are just like weird. And people can explain how stuff works, and I'm still not really gonna fully understand it. So every once in a while, when our car would need to be jump started, I would learn how to do that. And our minivan constantly needs to be jump started. There's always some little sibling of mine who leaves the light on in the back and then drains the battery at night, and then in the morning it needs to be jump started. So coincidentally, about a month and a half before the tournament, I had to jumpstart our minivan several times. And I did it once while watching my dad. I did it again where my dad watched me. I did it then finally where he wasn't even around to watch me do it, and I was able to jumpstart it successfully out in the cold, struggling through, at first not knowing what to do, but in the end having to just do it myself and learn. That's the process of becoming a man. It's enduring through those daily struggles. It's part of the daily grind. So let this be proof that hard work does pay off. You may be crowned the king of manhood or manliness. You may be crowned the king of manliness in that situation for those like 3 minutes. Look forward to that. Strive for that. You, yes you, I'm talking to you. Do that. And become a man.